So good evening, this is New Era Gardener, and I'm just going to do a quick video on my worm castings. This bin is ready. It's been going for 3 months. It's in good shape, a lot of moisture. So off camera I'm going to sift the worm castings, but we're just going to go through this bin. This bin has a lot of castings in it. It's been going for 3 months. Nice moisture. So we're just going to go through it. So I'm going to start to take some of these castings out. These are nice looking castings. These castings do have a lot of biochar in it. Biochar was mixed in. Sometimes after I sift out the worms, you have the leftovers, stuff that's too big, stuff that didn't get broken down, and a lot of that biochar I just re-add it right back into the bedding when I put it back in. And the way I look at it, it's nice, good, active biochar, because it's been going 3 months in that. So I'm gonna sift this. So that's what it kind of looks like. That's what it looks like. Nice, good worm castings. So, as you see, it's got the biochar in it, which is fine for me. When I sift it down, I'll get the biochar. Out of it. But, I was getting very low on fresh worm castings. I want to take the time to thank everyone who has been purchasing my worm castings off of eBay. It's been doing real good. So I appreciate that. So that's what some good worms. So give me a second. I'm going to actually pick out some of the larger worms that did make it through. Take them out. Some nice sized worms. So So that's after sifting out all the castings. There are some worms in there, but the biochar. That's the black gold that everybody is looking for. So we're starting to get into spring now. So worm castings are in high demand, even for myself. I made my own seed mix using the worm castings, and also used it to make my transplant mix. And the plants definitely, seedlings and the transplants definitely benefited from all the benefits of the worm castings. And like I've always said, nice worms. Like I said before, everything that you put into your worm castings, from the minerals to how you feed them, is definitely how they benefit. How the end product does. It's no different than if you're cooking a meal. The seasonings you put in is how your meal's gonna come out in the end. But these worm castings, I'm a little shocked to see as much paper, still leftover newspaper, at the bottom of this, of the castings, as much as I see. There's a lot of still paper that hasn't been broken down or hasn't been eaten by them. And it could be the way they were fed. I put a whole banana in there that they were eating off of. There's a lot of worms in there. Nice worm ball. That's worms. So they're all down the bottom. So I'm happy with that. There's a lot of activity in here, and but like I said, I'm just a little surprised as how much paper was still at the bottom. But as far as castings are concerned, they're beautiful. A lot of castings. And someone in my state actually has alpaca. So I've been feeding them a lot of alpaca manure. Which of course when you feed that on top, they come up to the top. So that could be one of the problems. They were eating a lot of the alpaca. There's plenty of worms. I'm not worried about that. Like I said, the moisture was good. It's got a nice moisture to it, so I'm not concerned about that. So that bin was done. It was a quick bin. It's my smallest bins of them all. So this one was pretty good. And I knew I was going to be harvesting this particular bin. So with that, I didn't overfeed them. So those are the worm castings. Nice worm castings. Nice fluffy worm castings. Nice and moist. Not wet. So this is probably about 8 pounds of worm castings. 7 or 8 pounds of worm castings. So that's nice. The white flakes in there, as we all put some type of grit in there. Mine is actually eggshells. I add eggshells into my blended food, so you get calcium into the plants when you use the worm castings or whatever you're going to be using the worm castings in. So it's actually pretty good. So it's another benefit. So that's nice. Oh, we got one sticking up there saying, "Take me out. I don't want to be the only one in there." So that's a nice amount. So of worm castings. So like I said, once again, I appreciate everybody that's been buying the worm castings. A lot of people are very happy with them. The benefits of them. So that's a good thing for me. My hard work pays off. They're happy with them. The moisture's perfect. They like the consistency of them. They like the smell of it. There's no odor to it. Some are using it for indoor plants. There's not getting flies and things like that. So that's always a good thing. Nobody wants flies in their house. So nice worm castings. I got some guys at work that are into gardening. So this particular amount or whatever's here, 10 pounds, it might be 10 pounds, I don't know. But it looks about 8 pounds of worm castings. This is going to one of my co-workers at work. He wants some. I told him I was doing a couple bins this weekend and I put it together for him. So he wants some worm castings and some biochar. So those two things are two of the things I sell on eBay, and I appreciate the customers that have been purchasing it, and I'm happy that they're happy with what they get. So it's always a good thing when your customers are happy. So I hope everybody's being safe and healthy with the coronavirus. You know, the ones that are staying at home, stay at home. I gotta go to work every day, but we have gloves and masks and things like that. So, but we're a company that is still open and working, so it's always good that we are working. So, all right. So once again, this is New Era Gardener, N.E.G, with worm castings and harvesting of a bin. All right, everybody, enjoy the holiday and your weekend, and I'll be doing some more videos. Things have been kind of crazy for me. I work a full day, don't get home till late, go out and make biochar, mess with the worms, do packages to ship out. So I got a full day, so this weekend I'm going to do these bins early and kind of relax for the weekend. Hopefully everybody does the same and enjoy the holiday. Thanks.